Now, the famous Witchbold radio masts that tower over the M5 in Worcestershire are to be switched off tomorrow, nearly 100 years after they began transmitting. It's due to the BBC ending Longwave broadcasts, a prominent landmark they've been operating since the 1930s and were used to send secret messages during the Second World War. Lindsay Alder reports.
The Droitwich transmitting station was set up more than 90 years ago to improve radio signal for the whole of the UK. The locally named Witchbold masts were built to 700 feet high and tower still above the Worcestershire landscape.
Obviously, it was a big team of workers on site. It cost £200,000 to build then. That's about £20 million now, which actually is quite good value. But the towers themselves were built by just 10 riggers.
On the 6th of September 1934, it was ready to go. And the first thing the country heard in this new world of radio was a musical piece by composer Eric Coates called The Merrymakers. A few years after that, though, the Second World War broke out and the masts had a new job to do.
They were used to block transmissions from the Luftwaffe so that they were almost blind when they were coming in to fly, so they have a big part to play. They also transmitted messages to the French resistance, so it was sort of very covert, as you could imagine.
But now, after 92 years, the Witchbold masts will transmit no more, with the switching off of Longwave. Their future is now uncertain.
When I'm coming from Birmingham, I can see the Mars, and I'm nearly home.
It's a landmark as far as I'm concerned. It's always been there and I didn't think it was used anyway.
The transmitting station's history is captured in a special exhibition in the town's heritage centre called Droitwich Calling. Old equipment and photos were donated by former BBC engineer John Phillips, who worked there his entire career and who wanted to make sure the mast's legacy continued.
This is why this exhibition is so important, because regardless of what happens up at Witchbold, the legacy remains here. So we're still telling the stories of Droitwich Transmitting Station, for future prosperity.
The 20th Century Society do have a campaign to get the masts listed due to their historical importance. At the moment, though, whether the Witchbold masts stay a landmark on the local landscape remains to be seen. Lindsay Alder, BBC Midlands Today, Droitwich.